I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Tape my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hello, welcome in everybody. Sorry about earlier. I had to delete the stream because I did something, I don't know. I did something to the stream. So I had to start anew. So hopefully you guys will come back in and you'll join us and everything. Just going to get myself situated here. But sorry about that. I'm trying to get my iPad, of course, hooked up. I think I'm in the other live, like on the phone live, but that's okay. It doesn't matter what live I'm on, as long as we're here. So welcome in. I'm going to try to get myself more centered for the people that are streaming on their cell phones. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Tanya or Titanium Bill. It's nice to meet you. And if you're a returning Titan coming back for another live, thanks for coming back, especially if you came back after all that crazy stuff. So what happened was I made a live for tonight, but it doubled because it said it didn't like my title. And I'm like, there's nothing bad in my title. So I just hit the create stream again and it created 4 streams instead of the 2. So I went to delete 2, but I deleted the wrong 2, I guess. So that's where we're at there. But I'll put the comments up on the screen. That way you guys can see them if you're watching, on a different device. It's maybe a little easier to see the comments when they're like that. So there you go. But welcome in everybody. Hey, Laura. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Crime Kitty. It's Crime Kitty again. Hey, Kathy. Or is that just your @ sign? Because we're doing the @ symbols over here. I don't know why they're doing those right now, but they are. We had it like one night and then it went away and now we're having it again. I don't know if that's good or bad. Did we do something wrong? Hey, Casey. Hola, baby girl. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for finding me. Hey, Citizen. Hey, PKC. Hey, Sam. Welcome in. Yeah. Well, those cabins are pretty close together. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do a little talk to text message. Oh, are you kidding? Wants me to sign back in. I know my password. I know it. Oh, I didn't ask for it. Okay. Oh, okay, I have to look at that. Hey, when you used to go on cruises, did you ever stay out of the room from your parents? And if you did, how close were the rooms? And could you hear each other from the room you were in? I know it's a weird question. She's gonna be like, why is she asking me about cruise ships? But I know my best friend Sharma, she used to go on cruises all the time. Like her family, they've been on 1,000,001 cruises. Like that was like their thing. I never went on a cruise with them, and I'm surprised because I went everywhere else with them. Why do you ask me to go on a cruise? Maybe they did. My mom and dad were like, we ain't putting her in the middle of the water. Actually, I think my dad wouldn't care. He used to do deep sea fishing. So, hey, John, welcome in. Oh, the rain. It was raining here. Hey, Glenn, welcome in. Hey, Ashley, welcome in. It's good to see everybody. Thank you guys for coming back. Hey, Deborah. You think you have the family tree figured out now? It's one. Frozen pizza, cookie dough. Vincent's been on a he likes to cook things now. I mean, he always liked to cook, but he doesn't like to cook. Let me rephrase that. He cooks for us because I don't cook ever. I'm not a very good cook anymore. I used to be really good at it. Not really good. I could do it, but now I'm just not the greatest. Well, now he's getting into desserts. And I guess it's all guys that do this because my father used to do this too, but they talk while they're cooking. Like they talk about what they're doing while they're cooking. So it's almost like watching a cooking show if you just listen to them. It was really cute. Oh, because that's your at symbol. Reba, yeah. It's Reba. It's just everyone's doing they're doing the at symbols for some reason on YouTube. I mean, I'll look that up tonight. I'll figure that out because that's weird. That it wasn't doing it before, and then all of a sudden, boop, here it is again. So do I have both the dogs in here and everything. We were way too prepared for this night. But if you guys don't mind, take a second, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We do talk true crime here every evening. So if that's something you're into and you appreciate the coverage tonight, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you don't mind. I always ask people in the beginning, you might as well just get it done in the beginning because that's how we get into the algorithm. Then if you decide, hey, I don't like the content, you can always just take that thumbs up and turn it to a thumbs down. Whichever. Just be nice. Just be nice. Chemistry involved. Yeah, he's been baking. I'm like, he made the perfect cake. I'm like, now how am I going to make a cake like that? Like he outdid me. Way outdid what I was going to do. I bought 2 cake pans so I can make a circle cake, instead of just a sheet cake. He not only made the circle cake, but he like shaved off part of the cake. So it was like the perfect circle. It looked kind of like it looked like a cheesecake when he was done with it, but it was really good. I ain't gonna lie. Perfect cake. Like literally perfect cake over here. I'm like, what are you doing? I was like, I was gonna make that, but heck, I'll eat it. So I told him, I was like, you need to send pictures of your desserts to your mom. He baked some brownies the other day. He's doing all right for himself. But all right, so we'll get into tonight's case. Let's walk through everything that we know about what happened to 18-year-old Anna Kepner and how this investigation has unfolded so far. I'm going to take you through it kind of like step by step, but in a more short version, if that makes sense, more of a summarized version. Now, if you want the total deep dive, we did one last night, and we're going to continue on to that tonight with the new information that's come out. But if you need like caught up with all the real little like details, every single detail, I think we covered a lot of it last night. So make sure you check out last night's video as well. So Anna and her family, her dad, her stepmom, and step siblings, they all boarded the Carnival Horizon on November 2nd, 2025. It was supposed to be a normal family vacation. Anna had just finished a Navy entrance test exam. She had big plans for her future, and nobody expected anything but fun out of this trip. Fast forward to November the 6th. Reports say that Anna wasn't feeling well that night. She went out to dinner with her family, and she ended up going back to her cabin early. Nothing seemed alarming at that point. Just a teenager not feeling great, calling it a night a little bit earlier than usual. Then we get to November the 7th, And this is where, everything kind of changes. Sometime that morning, the medical examiner later listed her death as 11:17 a.m. A cabin steward, a maid, came in, walked into the room, and from what I'm gathering, I've been listening to different things. So don't quote me on this because I got this from Nancy. But Nancy and them were saying that the stewardess, the steward, whatever, the maid was making the bed, and she didn't know where the extra sheet went to. So she was kind of looking around for it, and I guess she looked under the bed, and that's when she saw the life jackets and the life vest or whatever, and she pulled them out, and that's when she found, Anna wrapped up in the sheet that she was looking for. But take that with a grain of salt because she was kind of, well, she was right and wrong about some things, I feel like. But Anna was found under one of the beds. She was found wrapped in a blanket or a sheet, and she was covered with life jackets. That alone set off alarms for investigators because that's not a natural way for someone to be found dead, it's just not. When the ship docked in Miami the next day, November the 8th, the FBI immediately took over the case. Since this happened at sea, it becomes a federal case, and that's when the real investigation kind of began. Now, federal is a lot different. This is going to be a big case. So, Anna's stepmom, Chantel Hudson, went to court on a custody matter related to her divorce and suddenly invoked her Fifth Amendment right. She also told the court that the FBI said that one of her minor children may face criminal charges related to Anna's death. So I'm sure that, her ex-husband, this child's father, I'm sure he's probably freaking out too, right? What has my son gotten himself into kind of deal? But court documents show that he moved to live with someone else, and it was one of Chantel's family members. That's who he is staying with right now until all of this is, I guess, gone through. Well, I think she said something about the legal process. Says the legal process is done. Well, might be a while. But what else? What was I at? Oh, he had been hospitalized. We found that out last night. We don't know why, but he was hospitalized right after Anna died, though we don't know why. I have a kind of a feeling maybe I know why. If this is a 16-year-old, otherwise healthy kid, and let's say let's just allege, okay, this is all alleged because, we don't know. We're not the law. Allegedly, he did this to his stepsister. Maybe he tried to take one's life. Maybe he tried to do that. You know how kids be stupid. I could see that being the reason why he was in the hospital, because no one's told us why, So, but that's kind of where I'm getting with it. So where I was listening to this. I was over that. Okay. We're going to pull up an article here in a moment. So on November the 20th, Anna's family held a celebration of life. They asked everyone to wear bright colors, something that matched the colorful, outgoing personality that she was known for. But at the same time, sorry, the legal side of the case kept the healing from healing. Her stepmom, again, invoked the Fifth Amendment in the hearing, saying her testimony could self-incriminate. I forgot to tell you that. Also, her mother, I guess, was banned from the celebration of life or the funeral services. And her mom showed up in a wig, I guess, and got through. But then I thought I heard later on another podcast that she was talking at it. So I don't know if it was the celebration of life she talked at, but she wasn't allowed to go to the funeral. And I don't know why you would tell her mother she couldn't go, no matter what the circumstances are, that's her mother. I mean, unless like she did something to hurt her, you know what I mean? And we don't think that she did that. I think that she kind of reminds me of Kara Kernodle in a way, in a lot of ways. Yeah, like walked in with like a wig, I guess. I'm like, what is going on with it? It's the whole family. There's a little bit for everyone. Yeah, she said she was going to show up in it's disguise, which I probably would do it too. I would do it if that was my child. But would I? Yeah, I would. I don't know. Would I? It's like you don't want to make a scene at your child's funeral, but at the same time, that's your child. So I don't know what I would do. I can't say for sure. I can say yes or no. I can't. But I mean, hey, Marcella, yeah, maybe. I mean, she showed up in that disguise. I mean, yeah, they do. They really do. And if this is the kid, he be looking like he's like 10. So I'm just going to say that too. But so November 20th, Anna's family held the celebration of life, like I said, on November 21st today. As early as this morning, information's been coming out about Anna's injuries and about the preliminary cause of death. So sources say the preliminary cause of death appeared to be asphyxiation, possibly from a bar hold, which is, I had to look it up because I wanted to make sure I told you right. Did I keep it? Yeah. Actually, it wouldn't even show me pictures when I was in AI, because it was like, that is a bad thing to do. I was like, well, hello, I'm trying to educate the people here. I'm not trying to like do this on anyone. I should have had Vincent show you. But basically, just when you put someone in like a chokehold, that's kind of what a bar hold is. It says that the forearm is pressed directly against the throat windpipe. I have a feeling her hyoid bone was broken and she probably had bruising around the neck or some sort of bruising, but that's just what I'm thinking. It says the fact it restricts breathing and can potentially cause damage to the hyoid bone in the front of the throat. Distinction from other holds, it differs from a vascular neck restraint, also called a blood choke or a sleeper hold, which applies pressure to the I don't know if I'm gonna say this right. Is it carotid arteries? Yeah, it is, on the side of the neck to restrict blood flow to the brain. Due to the high risk of serious harm or death, many law enforcement agencies have banned the use of bar holds, except in situations where deadly force is justified. So, yeah, where did it say? I don't know where it said it. It couldn't show me a picture, but I was like, dang, okay, then fine. That's what I heard, Laura. Yeah, that she had bruising. So, but it's weird because if it's a bar hold, you would think it would be just a line. You know what I mean? Like a line right here, and not like as much maybe on the sides. See, I need someone to like do that to me. So I'm not that I'm trusting Vincent. I guess you could have bruising on both of your sides because it's like you're like pushing right here and right here. You know what I mean? More than like in the front. I mean both, but I'm wondering, Laura. I mean, yeah, we're gonna listen to it again, Tempest. We're gonna listen to him again because he seemed like he had some common sense to him, and that's where we stopped last night. So, there was no signs. So she reportedly had the 2 bruises on her neck. Investigators have said there were no signs of SA and no drugs or alcohol in her system at the time. So when the lawyer was saying in the hearing that they were drinking and they were allowed to drink, maybe she didn't drink that night because she didn't feel well at dinner, or maybe that lawyer's just making some stuff up, But let's review what our ex-boyfriend said last night on camera. There are some things that I want to go over because like some stuff's just in this whole case, not with him, but everything is not adding up. I figured we go over them together. I have a couple articles, maybe a video or two. Yeah, a video of him. And then there's a new, okay, let me unpin this just so I don't forget to go over it. Because I think that there's an article on it, but if not, I have it on video with the half brother. See, I don't, what they're saying that, or not half brother, step brother, like heard screams, I guess, or heard some things that night. Now we're going to take this with a grain of salt because this is what I'm still confused on. This is the one thing I'm still confused on. And I haven't seen it anywhere that I've been looking at today. And I've watched, I think, everything. I've watched Long Crime. I've watched Nancy. I've watched Core TV. I've watched a lot. News Nation. On the paperwork, it said that Chantel had the 18-year-old son, but he wasn't listed because he wasn't involved in the court hearing. But in the court hearing, they talked about the 16-year-old son and then the 9-year-old girl that went by, was it BH? So was it the 9-year-old little girl that was on with them? And that's why she was staying in another room, or she was probably staying in the room with the mom and the stepdad, or was it BH is the stepsister's initials? Let me know if you guys know. So do you guys know if it was it had to have been the sister? See, because I thought it was two boys, but then I don't know. I know that she had a girl. That's the only thing. Okay. Thanks, baby girl. That's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking it might have been like a brother and a stepbrother that maybe went. Very confusing. Very confusing, these kids. Okay. So this is her, the one with the hat that has the longer hair is, of course, her ex. I'm assuming this is the stepbrother. And then, of course, Anna's in the middle. So, this was from earlier. I figured we go back through it. Actually, you know what? We can just read through it. Or we'll play it. So it just says new allegations have surfaced. This was from last night. We watched this video and towards the end of our live. But this guy right here is Josh Toe and Toe. I think it's Toe. But he's Anna's ex-boyfriend. And so he was at the funeral and they got him to talk to him afterwards. He was with his mother. And I don't know who the guy is that's with them still, but he was with his mom because you can hear them on the camera, like talk to her. So I don't know who put this on Rumble. Thank you for that. I don't even have Rumble, but we'll play the video really quick. And then I'm going to stop it here and there. So
she's an ex relationship.
And
Josh, you need to tell me you gotta go.
only take a second. Your name is Josh Two. Spell your last name.
TEW.
All right. And how old are you?
15.
15. And how did you meet Anna?
Through a past relationship last year.
And how did you actually meet with her? In school?
At school.
At school. What type of person was she?
She was a great woman, I met her at school.
And the circumstances behind her death, you find them to be suspicious? And if so, tell me why.
It was suspicious because I knew that the brother did it, and yeah.
How do you know that?
Because of the past things that happened with him, like I was saying.
Which were what?
About FaceTime and stuff.
What's the FaceTime?
Whenever I was on FaceTime with her, and when I was on FaceTime with her, and she was laying down, and the brother tried to go on top of her, and
You saw that?
yeah.
And
then,
how did she react to that?
I was like, what the hell are you doing in the room, you know? Then he got scared and like ran away. And I heard his footsteps like running through the house, you know, because he got caught.
So when you learned of
He was like, I'm out of here, and he ran. But like, I don't know, that's insanity to me.
her passing, what was your reaction?
I ran away. He ran away. It was kind of crazy.
And when you learned that she passed away, how did you feel?
I felt very sad, you know, because that was my first love. She was the best that ever happened to me, and I'd even walk to her work to see her, you know, for like 5-10 minutes.
Did you talk with her before her death?
Like 3 weeks before it, yes ma'am. I was actually supposed to go on the cruise that she went on, but we broke up before then.
When did you split?
We split up like 6 months ago.
6 months. Okay.
And everyone said she's just a bright light. So many people wearing bright colors today. How would you describe the kind of person she was?
She was a great person. She definitely knew how to.
I think him being 15 and her being 18, well, she just turned 18 technically, just in June. So when they dated, she would have been 17. He might have been 15 at the time. I don't know if he was 14. I hope not, because that'd be kind of weird. But 15 and 17 isn't too bad. Maybe. I don't know. Haley. I'm just trying. I mean, Vincent's 3 years younger than me, but we're a little bit older. But, young love, who knows?
Throw on her outfit.
I like how he talks about her outfits and like, I don't know. I just think it's cute because she would probably she probably would smile if she was here, like knowing that she could put a good outfit together because she was always on TikTok and doing those kind of things, So I think that she would be smiling at that.
She was great, She knew how to put on colors. It wasn't like a basic outfit.
And this is your mom?
Yes,
She's
ma'am.
okay with you talking to us?
Yeah, but we need to go.
Okay. Just wanted.
Okay.
What should happen next?
Thank you.
What do you think should happen?
I think that he should get thrown in jail for as long as possible. And yeah.
And when did you move into the house?
I have no idea.
Like a year or two?
Maybe like a year ago. I think so. I don't
You'd
know.
like to see justice for
Yeah,
for your
I'd like
first
to
love.
see a lot of justice. Yes,
Has she ever complained about his behavior before?
yes ma'am. Yes, sir.
What did she complain about?
She complained about him being uncomfortable, or her being uncomfortable around him, because of the fact that he tried to go on top of her in the bed, and because of that she tried to go and stay the night at her friend's house and to dodge the staying the night at her house.
So that happened more than once.
Yes.
So she didn't want to start any problems. So she would go and stay at other friends' houses. Man, that's sad. I would have told my father straight up. This is like his third marriage or something. I would have told him straight up, hey, dude, I don't care. I'm only dealing with this for a few more months, but I'm going to tell you what. This dude keeps messing with me. I would. Hey, Mary Beth. I would. I definitely would. Hey, Casey, welcome back. I would have told my dad immediately.
We'll bring that up with her.
And I definitely wouldn't have shared a stateroom with him. I would be like, no, we're not sharing a room. I don't know. She probably, that was probably part of the vacation, but.
It happened one time, around like 3 a.m. that night.
That time when you were on the FaceTime call with her
Yes, sir.
friend.
Yes, sir.
Did she ever report that to her father?
No, I have not. I've reported it to the FBI.
He went down sooner.
And what is your name, ma'am? Okay, thank you.
And then that's the end of it. But they did give us a little bit, I want to see here because I know that like there was more when I think I was reading these. So It says that he spoke publicly, her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, since Anna's passing. Hudson exhibited what he described, meaning the teenage boy, as an inappropriate fixation on Anna. I think it's Toe. They said his name. Let me see what it says. Oops. When I put in the speech thing. Two. Okay. Two. Claimed that during one FaceTime conversation while he and Anna were still dating, he witnessed Hudson enter her bedroom and allegedly climb onto her while she was asleep. Now, why was she on the... Never mind. They were probably FaceTime and she fell asleep. He fell asleep. I don't know. You know how they do it. You know how they do. Two told interviewers that Anna appeared uncomfortable and frightened by Hudson's behavior and had previously expressed concerns about him, including allegations he routinely carried a knife. So, I mean, even if it's a pocket knife, I don't care. Why you need it? Why do you need a pocket knife at that age? You don't need a pocket knife. Oh, thank you, Tiff. She said, thank you for the $10. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for covering this case. This is so sad, and the parents should be held responsible. Not okay. Yeah, this is not okay. This girl was failed. I feel like we hear this, we say this a lot, but like she was on a giant vessel in the middle of the freaking ocean in a little stateroom. I guess these rooms are not as big as they look. So where's she going to go? And I'm wondering how close her parents were, or step parent and dad. I'm wondering, like, was usually if you get rooms, you get them together, like beside each other. Sometimes you even have that little door that goes, in between the rooms. So that way you can, go in between the two rooms without going out in the hallway. So I'm wondering what setup they had. I'm really curious about the setup. It says Two told him that, she felt uncomfortable. Two stated that Hudson's behavior escalated over time and that Anna struggled to navigate the situation within the family dynamic. I don't care. I don't give a damn. I'd say, Dad, he's coming in my room at night when I'm sleeping. And I know he carries a pocket knife and or a knife, because I'm assuming it's a pocket knife, but I don't know what kind of knife. It could be a freaking K-bar for all I know. But, and he carries a knife around with him. I don't feel comfortable. But it says Anna's funeral was held Thursday in Orlando. However, according to multiple sources, family tensions were apparent because the investigation may involve Anna's stepbrother. Some extended family members were reportedly informed they were not allowed to attend. Like extended family members, meaning like of the stepmom, I would say, yeah. If they're the stepmom's family members, that's not extended family. I don't consider that to me. I don't. Extended family to me, like distant relatives, that's what that means. I don't know. That's what I think of when I think of extended family. I wonder if I put it in and look up. It's a family that extends beyond the nuclear family of parents and their children to include aunts, uncles, grandparents, cousins, or other relatives, all living nearby or in the same household. So it could be it could be step parents. Me too. I wonder if they're, yeah. I wonder if she didn't because she didn't feel good that night, but maybe he did. I mean, and maybe he put her in a chokehold because she wouldn't do something he wanted to do. Just because there was no essay doesn't mean there wasn't like an attempt of essay. Because I'm sure, that he can attempt that without leaving marks. If he just, killed her instead. I can't believe they told some people not to come. Just don't come. Anna's biological mother, Heather Wright, who lives in Oklahoma, spoke publicly during the service. That's what I don't understand, because they told her not to come. And one thing I've read, and then now they're telling, that's what I wanted to read in this thing. And now they're saying that she spoke. So this whole family, I don't get them. I don't get it. I'm going to go down here. So I want to go to my questions I had. Oh, wait, no, they're at the top. Okay. Anna was traveling with her father, stepmother, and siblings, including her 14-year-old brother and Hudson. There we go. During a 6-day Caribbean cruise. I don't know why I didn't read that earlier. Must have skipped that sentence. On the evening of November 6th, Anna reportedly left dinner early. We know all that. But it says her two brothers later returned to the room. According to reports, the 14-year-old brother briefly left again to take photos around the ship. When he returned, Anna was not visible in the cabin, and he assumed she was spending time elsewhere with family. Now remember all this. He then went to sleep unaware of what had transpired. Surveillance footage later confirmed Anna returned to the cabin but was never recorded leaving. The following morning, when Anna could not be located, her family alerted ship personnel. We know that, all that. A short time later, medical emergency announcement was made, and a cabin staff member discovered Anna's body under one of the cabin beds, wrapped in a blanket and partially covered with life vest. The bed where she was found was adjacent to the bunk used by her brothers. So the bed that she was sleeping on. Speculation intensified after a widely circulated online post from a man identifying himself as Anna's uncle alleged that Hudson was responsible for her death and that he attempted to conceal her body. While the FBI has not confirmed these allegations, recently filed court records by Anna's stepmother, Chantel Hudson, indicate that a criminal case may be initiated against one of the minor children in connection with Anna's death. Hudson is currently residing with relatives while investigators continue their inquiry. Okay. I wanted you to remember that part because we're going to come back to that. Okay. So Anna, if you're just now joining us and you don't know how she died of asphyxiation from a chokehold, they're saying, by stepbrother. Now, I mean, that's pretty descriptive, right? Like a chokehold. It's not like it's a, she died by asphyxiation, just that alone, right? That they could have wrote that, or they could have did that and not said another word, right? Just asphyxiation. But I mean, do you think that the stepbrother is talking? If it's saying like choke, you know what I mean? Like so descriptive. I mean, maybe. It's the same pictures. So it says investigators released new findings in the death of 18-year-old Florida cheerleader Anna Kepner. According to a source close to the case, preliminary findings indicate that Anna died from asphyxiation consistent with a bar hold choke involving force applied to the neck by another person's arm. The source stated that FBI investigators identified 2 distinct bruises on the side of Anna's neck aligning with the reported mechanism of injury. Early toxicology and forensic results showed no evidence of drugs, alcohol, or sexual assault. Through the Miami-Dade County Medical Examiner's Office has not yet issued a final cause or manner of death. And it might be a little while before we get that. Kepner was found on November 8th the 7th, by a cabin steward, reportedly wrapped in a blanket and concealed under a bed partially covered by life vest. She had been traveling on a 6-day Caribbean cruise with her father, Christopher Kepner, her stepmother, Chantel Hudson, and members of her blended family. Okay. Investigators confirmed that Anna was last seen alive, returning to her cabin alone after telling family members she felt unwell. What does it mean? I know there was okay. So it says in an interview, former boyfriend, because he had some more stuff to say, Joshua 2, claimed Hudson exhibited behavior he believed was obsessive and inappropriate. 2 stated that during a FaceTime call months earlier, he witnessed Hudson enter Anna's room and allegedly climb on top of her while she slept. According to 2, Anna had previously confided that Hudson made her uncomfortable and that she believed he carried a knife regularly. I know there's something else. We know that Anna's funeral was last week in Orlando. Okay, it was down here. It says that they confirms that Anna returned to the cabin, but no footage of her leaving. So, It's something, well, there's something with the little brother that I wanted to tell you guys about, but it's not in here. So I'm going to go to here and read it. Okay. I think that this was actually, I know that her boyfriend, the boyfriend said something about it. So we'll watch this, and then what we'll do is watch this News Nation, because I have it pulled for a reason. And then I'm going to look and see if it's in an article to read. If not, I'll read it. It's on a video, so it's just I gotta pause it and read it. So if you guys don't mind and you appreciate the content, don't forget to hit the like button. You know, I appreciate that. And welcome in everybody that's coming in. I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Thank you guys.
There are new details emerging about a possible suspect in the death of a Florida cheerleader who was found dead on board. This was on a cruise ship 2 weeks ago, and answers to her mysterious death may come from inside her own family. Correspondent Laura Ingle on this story for us. So, Laura, this case is absolutely tragic. What more are you learning?
It really is, Kelly, and I feel like it's changing by the day, by the hour, in fact. This case has definitely captured national attention at this point. A teenage cheerleader found dead on a cruise ship, and now we are learning that the FBI is looking closely at someone inside of her own family for answers. Now, court filings reveal that 16-year-old TH, the stepbrother of 18-year-old Anna Kepner, is reportedly a suspect in her death. Kepner was found dead earlier this month on the Carnival Horizon during a family vacation to the Caribbean. Now, she was traveling with her stepmother and step siblings. And during an emergency hearing on Thursday, an attorney for the father of the 16-year-old stepbrother confirms that the stepbrother is now under investigation. Let's listen.
Because the cruise was in international waters, that the young child, not the 9-year-old, but the 16-year-old was allowed to drink. The teenagers were given their own room.
All right, so in court documents filed just this week, both parents acknowledge the FBI is leading the investigation. And we also want to note that there was a memorial service held for Kepner yesterday in her hometown. Attendees were asked to wear bright colors, mostly blue, her favorite color, Kelly.
So what are investigators, Laura, now looking at specifically inside that cabin?
So here's where the story kind of takes this huge turn. According to an ex-boyfriend who spoke after Anna's memorial service, he claims that he heard from the victim's younger.
Here we go. Here's where I heard it. I knew I heard it somewhere. Okay. And then I'll also read it to you too. So
brother about what may have happened that night. Let's listen to that.
But again, from that ex-boyfriend, he was speaking after the memorial service that was held this evening in Titusville, Florida, her hometown. And he was saying that he had spoken to the younger brother, the biological brother, after all this had happened. And what that...
So the 14-year-old, he talked to the 14-year-old. The other brother that was sharing the cabin with the victim and the alleged suspect. So let's see what he has to say. Now, remember, right, when they returned from going out to dinner, Anna went back early and they returned back, he said. They went in. Anna was not visible in the cabin, and he assumed she was spending time elsewhere with the family, and that he went and he took some pictures. So it's going to be a little different than that.
14-year-old had told him was that he had heard shouting, screaming.
Unless, and this very much could be true, is that something happened between Anna and her stepbrother after her brother left the room, right? I mean, he could have waited for him to go take pictures, or that's just when it happened. And then, when he comes back, he doesn't see her.
What sounded like furniture being thrown around. He tried to get back into the room, and the stepbrother blocked his way and told him to.
Okay, so I'm going to take that back a minute.
14-year-old had told him was that he had heard shouting, screaming, what sounded like furniture being thrown around. He tried to get back into the room, and the stepbrother blocked his way.
Okay, so I got a couple questions here. Why didn't you immediately go get your parent? I mean, I'm just asking. I'm not trying to blame, but I'm just saying, like, if they weren't letting me back in, especially being 14, I'd be like, I'm going to tell my mom on you or my dad or whatever. It was the dad. So, and then my friend did write me back, and she said that her parents, whenever they would go on a cruise, they would either get rooms beside each other. So she did have her own room. She was like an only kid pretty much, but her brothers and sisters were like 20 years older than her. So she would have her own room, I guess, and then her parents would have their own. Or she said that they would stay like across the hall from each other. Like, so, just across the hall. So I would immediately have ran and got even if I didn't think anything was like bad going on, they're not letting me back into the room. What are they trying to hide from me? That's what I would think. What they got that's so cool in there? I want to see. I'm going to tell mom and dad.
And told him to leave.
Told him to leave.
Okay, so that's
told him to leave. Where's he going to go? He's on a cruise ship. Sure, he's going to go to the club.
That's reporting from the Daily Mail, and this has not been independently confirmed. It's the boyfriend's own account of what he says he was told, and investigators haven't commented. Again, reporting from the Daily Mail site, sources saying that there is CCTV footage showing her returning to that room and never coming out again. Her body later discovered under the bed, wrapped in a blanket and covered by life vests. The Titusville High School senior was set to graduate next year from Temple Christian School, remembered as kind, energetic, and someone who loved being on the water. And Kelly, it's important to note the FBI has not declared this a murder. They haven't said that she was killed, only that Anna was found dead in her cabin. I also spoke with the medical examiner's office this week, who says the release of the official cause of death could actually take weeks. So we have a ways to go on this.
Yeah. So they took her car out of the school parking lot already? I thought they were going to leave it there for a while. I mean, it's been a little while, but I figured they would leave it there longer.
We certainly do. All right, Laura Engel.
Okay, we're not going to do this because we know what's going to happen. Yeah. Cuomo is going to come on and scream at us, so we're not going to do that. Yeah, they're not going to give us a statement. They're just going to come out and arrest somebody when they're ready, So it says here, this is like a message that's like a video. It says that Josh 2, Anna's ex-boyfriend, is pictured below. Yesterday, he shared that he told Daily Mail that the stepbrother was obsessed with Anna. Well, now he's saying Anna's biological brother reached out to him about some terrifying things that he heard going on in the cabin her last night alive. All of this is getting even more confusing. Apparently, the bio brother, Connor, said he heard yelling and chairs being thrown in the cabin the previous evening when she was inside the room with the 16-year-old. The ex said the young sibling told him the stepbrother barred his entrance into the room and then heard her yelling at her, and then heard, I think it's him yelling at her in a harmful way, like, shut the hell up and stuff like that. Okay. If I would have heard that, I would definitely go get my parents. What the hell is going on? Why are we yelling? Why didn't anybody in any of the cabins around them hear anything, right? Let's play this out for a minute. These rooms are small, we've heard. They can't be super thick they can't be like soundproof rooms, right? I mean, could they? Maybe. I don't think they are. But I know when I stay in a hotel, that's not a soundproof room. We stayed in a hotel a couple years ago and we could hear the kids screaming in the room next to us. That's just what they was doing. And I wanted to go over and be like, hey, you all right? But no, I knew they were just playing. But, we could hear that. And it was a nice hotel that we were staying at. So if we could hear that, I'm sure they could still hear stuff on a ship, right? But maybe at this time, none of the parents were in their cabins. Maybe they did have a cabin next door, but they weren't in there. Maybe they were at the bar getting drinks or at the club turning it up. I don't know. But it says, and that's when he knew something was going on. There was screaming going on. Something was banging around, like chairs were being thrown around in the room. But he wouldn't talk to me anymore. He said the FBI told them that if they talk, they'll get arrested because it's tampering with an investigation or something. Josh took the information to the FBI himself. Also, I mentioned in a previous video post that during the last hours of her life, she left the dinner, went back to her cabin as seen on surveillance video. And then you see both the brothers coming in the cabin. The bio brother leaves a short while later in a different change of clothes. That's what he said he did. He changed his clothes to want to take pictures, leaving the stepbrother with Anna alone. So the bio brother is telling the ex-boyfriend that at some point he tried to go back in the room and was barred from doing that, yet heard all the screaming. When exactly was that? How did that transpire into, oh, she just wasn't heard from until the next morning? Why was nobody told about those events before she went missing? I'm not blaming the bio brother, but I'm saying I don't understand. That's what this person's saying. I agree. It feels like there's a lack of full story here. Did the stepbrother make up some elaborate story to keep the bio brother quiet until morning? Also, Josh shared a moment where the stepbrother laid on top of Anna against her will. I mean, maybe he did give some story, you know? Maybe he said Anna met some boy on the ship and they're just out walking around on the ship. I don't know. Easy as that. Okay, so we read all that. We know all that. She was too scared to tell anybody. What's this? Okay, we don't know this. Hold on. She told me that she was uncomfortable with them, his step relatives, being at the house because she didn't fully know who they were. I can understand that. Strangers coming in your home. You know, I mean, like, really, your dad meets this woman and her kids move in. You don't know them. I'm just saying. I never thought of it like that before. That their dad had just met this woman not even like a year ago, and she doesn't really like her. She has an attitude. I knew she was going to say that. I don't know why, but I knew this woman was going to have an attitude problem. I knew it. I just knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. When she was invoking, you know, the fifth and all that stuff, I was like, this woman's going to have an attitude. So it says that their dad had just met this woman not even like a year ago, and she doesn't really like her. She has an attitude most of the time and was very controlling over her. It better not be. But I told her they're going to be your parents at the end of the day, you know. My parents weren't divorced, so I couldn't imagine being from a divorced family. I would be peed. I would. Because, yeah, I would have an attitude. Anna slept in the dining room of the house. But most of the time she did sleep in her friends' beds and stuff because of her being uncomfortable with him being in the house. So did she sleep in the dining room so that she could be exposed, like so people could see her and like nothing could happen to her? Because why would she give up her bedroom in her dad's house for Chantel's kids? I mean, if that's what happened, right? I mean, why is she in the bed? Why is she in the dining room sleeping? Just saying. Why is she sleeping in the dining room? I slept in the dining room once. It's because I was after my accident. And that's the only place we could put the bed, so I could get in and out. She was the best thing that ever happened to me, he says. I last talked to her 3 weeks ago. I was meant to go on that cruise. He said that he didn't go because they broke up. Well, I wish he would have went too. You can't tell me that behavior like this was not already happening well before that cruise. Josh's family even tried calling the parents that he seemed obsessed that they ignored it. And then they placed her in a cabin with him on the cruise. These parents are 100% responsible for what happened to Anna. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you were there, you probably would have slept in the same room too, though, with them. She probably packed up her shit, was ready to go June. But I don't know where she was working or anything, if she even had a job. Because yeah, she was she was wanting to go into the Navy. They were sending her. She was waiting to hear back about jobs that she could get, I think, in the Navy. So it was still like a process ongoing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how much longer the process takes after that, but you know. Hey, Jesset. Yeah, that's what happened. I mean, I don't know if it's against the rules or not. I know my friend Sharma said that she stayed in a room by herself, and I know she wasn't 18 when she stayed there. So, and she said sometimes her parents were in front of them and sometimes they were beside them. So I don't know, but they could have been breaking the rules. They were Christian folks, though. I mean, they were very, very like church going family. So they better not be breaking the rules. Yeah, the stepmom does, Tracy. I agree. Yeah, not a fan of the stepmom. And the dad's no better. Right, Tempest? Yeah, they retained legal counsel for their kid too. Oh, they'll get a divorce, Chantal, Chris. Yeah, I think so too. I think he was with his last partner for a very long time, like all throughout Anna's life. And so, and Anna could be she could be some sort of way towards Chantel because of that reason too. Um, her mom and her dad didn't work out, and then he has a new wife, right? He gets a new wife, and she raises her, and then they get divorced, and then he gets this new wife within like a year. They're married, and her kids are moving in. I mean, I'd be feeling some sort of way too. I would. I'd be pissed. Where was this at? Someone saying that I read that Anna's father said he received a single emoji text at 10:30 in the morning on the day of her murder. No, I don't remember hearing that. I'm trying to see if there's anything on here that's worth. No. That's stuff that we've already read. Okay, let's see this. I'm just not buying the fact that this happened and nobody knew anything until the cabin steward found her. Oh, I don't know. I mean, someone obviously knew. Okay, yeah, I think this is all stuff that we've pretty much said. Oh, this is a photograph for the first time coming out of the. I think this is coming out of her funeral. Yeah, because they're all wearing blue. And there's the Grove Church. So, where's stepmom? And is this a tattoo on his hand right here? Or is it on his arm, like over here shining? Like a kid's tattoo that you put on? Wait, that's. Hold on, I know that character. That's Betty Boop. I swear that's Betty Boop. I swear to you guys, someone tell me different. I'm about to like really like zoom in on this. I don't know if I can zoom in that far, but I gotta get my oh, that was my camera lens thing. Whoa. If I could see this good, then I mean, yeah. I swear that looked like Betty Boop on the side of his arm. This one's the one, I think. Will it let me zoom in? Okay, I don't want to zoom in too much because it might like distort it. Someone tell me if that doesn't look like Betty Boop. Like her little legs and then her little outfit right there. And her head. Am I losing it? I could be losing it. Could be like a clown. I mean, it could be anything. But that looked like Betty Boop to me. I went to the side. Cocked my head to the side. I don't know if you guys saw that. Is that Betty Boop up on your arm? I gotta know. I gotta know. Okay, we'll try to go look. That's as far as I can go. That's Betty Boop. Look like a kid tattoo. That's what that looks like. Wonder if she liked Betty Boop. I was just reading your guys' chat. What? Hold on. Oh yeah, I heard that maybe he cheated. Yeah. Like why? So he's pretty much a cheater, pumpkin eater, and then he gets with the next girl, and then he cheats on them, and then he gets with that one. Oh, I know his type. They'll be divorced in 2 seconds flat. So his brother's uncle's friend's cousin's twice removed friend. We need a whiteboard. Ladybug, you think that's Betty Boop? I think that's Betty Boop. I swear that's Betty Boop. Somebody tell me I ain't going crazy. I'm like, we're not going any further. This is it. This is it for us. I'm not going to like do the inside edition one because I don't think we need to do that one. Them people, they'll get you. So I'm not going to get them. I'm not going to let them get me. But they basically just came out and said the stuff that I said. The ex-boyfriend, came out and talked. And then I have the court hearing up, but I don't know what I had that up for. I think that's all the updates I have for this case. Let me exit out of these. I'm telling you, that's Betty Boop. That is Betty Boop. Okay, now that I'm back over here. Okay, I'll look up some more stuff. So I'm going to look up something really quick and then we'll talk about something else. Just making sure I don't think I missed anything. What's this? I'm like hearing from, I'm not listening to that. Glad I checked. Woo. Saw Jennifer Coffinduffer and I was like, and I ran fast. I know Nancy did a video on this. I listened to the podcast version. I didn't listen to the video version. It's only 33 minutes long. It's on her YouTube channel. And let me see if I don't think they added anything to this. So the cabin that they were sleeping in, you guys said had a regular sized bed, and then was it bunk beds or just 2 small twin beds? Do you guys know? Because we could try to look. For which one it would be. I don't see it there, but let me go back down. Do they have bunk beds on a cruise ship? Wouldn't you fall out of that thing? There's none with a bunk bed. So what the heck? This is a bathroom and then 2 beds. Oh, wait. This is weird setup. These are like set up weird. I don't know. Like, okay. Cloud9 Spa staterooms. And then they have a small room, single cabin, which that's just small. They have this one. These don't look like there's a door that connects them though. Okay, these are all like, I'm about to pull them up. Because I don't even see any with a bed and then like 2 small beds. Yeah, that's weird. Like, I don't, let me see. I don't see any of them. So these are the different Carnival Horizon cabins and suites. And then, oh wait, I guess are these all the suites right here? Wait, maybe these are them. Oh my gosh, never mind. We'll never find it. Do we know which one they, wait, Carnival Horizon, we were at the right spot. Okay, never mind. These are the only ones that they have. So it looks like they have this room here where you could pull out the couch and stuff. And then they have this big bed. And then I don't know what this room is, but this is the bathroom. And it's cabin size 345 feet. I don't know what that means. Okay. Layout floor plan of this one, the ocean suite. You could, here's one bed, but you could probably pull out this as like a double. Then we have this one, and I think this is a couch here, maybe. Pull that out, and then we have a double bed here. So it could be something like this that they were staying in. There's no bunk beds though, baby girl. That's so that there's no bunk beds there's no bunk beds on the ship. Like the only thing that would be like a couch pull out or 2 twin beds like on the floor, or like they're not like on top of each other. Because this is all the different ones that they have. All their floor plans for that cruise ship. So they have the Premium Vista balcony cabin, which has you can either do this one with the 2 beds here, and then the wrap around. It's a pretty big balcony there. And you could put 2 in that one. So like 2 and 2. So 2 here, maybe. That's what it looks like, yeah. Because it says passengers 2. You would think they would have more than that. So then this one's maximum passengers 2 to 4, because you could pull out the couch and then you can use the bed. So it could be something like even like this. They have a couch here with the bed. Couch with the bed. Couch, bed again. This says maximum passengers 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the other person going to sleep? I don't know. Maybe they're going to put 3 people in the bed. Okay, that'd be a lot of people. See, this makes more sense. Maximum passengers 4. This bathroom set up weird. Okay. And then they have this one where it's like 2 double beds, or 2 single beds, I mean, and then the couch, or 1 single bed and a couch. And then the bed, this is just a, big bed, king size bed, I guess. I don't see where the rest of the floor plan is, if there's more beds, because it says 4 people, but I don't see where they'd be sleeping. There must be a couch in this room or something. They're just not showing it to us. And then they have this one. This is the one I was looking at, but I don't think these have a door that go in between or anything. So, like, this room would make the most sense, 1, 2, and then she sleeps on the bed. And then this is just a single twin bed. And then this is they have a bed and the couch. Bed and the couch is over here. I think this is the big one. Yeah. Then they have there's this big room here. And then 2 beds here with the bathroom, and then just 1 bedroom here. Yeah, I didn't see any bunk beds. So I'm like, I'm wondering why they're not listed. If there's, if there is bunks, like why they didn't list them. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, just that. They don't have any that fall out of the wall. They don't have any Murphy beds. Oh, because they pulled down from the ceiling. Well, damn, thanks, Bree. Well, damn, from the ceiling. I ain't going on no ship. I love Murphy beds. But a Murphy out of the ceiling? I don't even know what you call that. That's not a Murphy bed. That's a ceiling bed. That's weird. It won't let me. I don't even think it has a search where you can even search. Yeah, there's not a place where you can even search. I thought I looked at that before because I was going to try to type in the number. This is from just Cruise Mapper. This is where I found it from. But it has like all the different Carnival cruises on there. Crazy. They have a lot of different cruise ships. Now, I did hear that this one was going to be revamped in the summer of 2026. So maybe they will. Maybe they'll revamp it and they'll just try to pass this. It's nothing, nothing. Don't see nothing over here, but we'll remember. We'll remember. It's not very often. I did have a cabin number last night. What was that cabin number? Let me see. I can find it. Maybe. Wait, is this it? Did I find it that fast? Oh my God, I did. Wow. 8367. I can't believe I found it that quick. I haven't slept on a bunk in forever. Now, I wouldn't mind a bunk bed. I said I want a day bed for like this room instead of this chair. Like maybe get a day bed instead. I actually forgot about that. Now I remembered. Now I want it again. But I love that blue chair. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if I love blue that much. I mean, I do. Blue's cool, but like, I don't know. I kind of want to switch up the colors, but I'm not going to. You had 2 cents of bunks when you went in no regular bed? I figured they wouldn't, I don't know, bunk bed on a cruise ship. That does not sound, that doesn't sound fun. Like, I'm not, are they at IKEA? I haven't been to IKEA in a long time. I would love to go to IKEA tomorrow. Vincent. I need something to write down. I'm writing down IKEA. I want to go to IKEA tomorrow. We're going to go on a day date. I'm going to make him take me to IKEA. Sometimes I just like to go and look around, and he gets them Swedish meatballs. I get me some chicken nuggets, and it's a good day, And we haven't been to IKEA in a while. So Tempest, I'll tell him that it's your fault. I really want a dresser for my closet. I have not had a big girl dresser, like an adult dresser. I'm gonna take this down since I couldn't even tell you because I didn't have one after my accident. I was 26, maybe 26 years old since the last time. 27? No, Back it up, 26. That's 14 years I have not had a dresser. We couldn't fit one in our bedroom, so we didn't get one because we wanted a fireplace, like a pretty fireplace, I said. But I have this little IKEA one though, but it's like a kid's IKEA one. It's like this small one, and I'm trying to bend down to get my socks, and it's just a hassle. It's just a hassle because, it hurts bending down trying to get your stuff. You can't see because it's dark when you bend down because I have the one eye, and I'm like, I just take $100 and go get a new dresser. They're not that much, just for like a little wooden dresser. I only need one with like 4 drawers or 5. It doesn't need to be the tallest in the world. I just want it bigger than the one I've got. And we've had this is like one of the last pieces of furniture since that we could just like get rid of. I used to have a day bed when I was younger. I had like three or 4 maybe. I had wooden ones. I had metal ones. I think I had a wooden one. I even had a canopy bed once. Man, I was spoiled, wasn't I? Like a chest of drawers. Yes, Glenn. That's exactly what I need. That's where we got our furniture. All of our furniture is from Ashley's. Every single piece out there. Our couch, our like huge table we have with like this circle mirror is from there. Our bed isn't from there. Our bed's from Amazon. Our nightstands are from there. Our kitchen table is from there. Our chairs are from there. So a day bed, Glenn, is pretty much like a twin size bed, but it has like a backing to it. So so instead of it having just like a back and then this being the bed, the whole back and the sides are like the bed. And it's more of like almost like a couch bed in a way. I think that's why I wanted mine, because it was like a couch, but it was a bed. I don't know, but they're comfortable. I would probably even come like hang out and sleep in this thing. See, we got good taste, baby girl. Yeah, their stuff's really good, Laura. It's actually, it's made of real wood, so I'll give them that. It's heavy as crap. I don't know how we're not gonna move this stuff. We said this time. If we ever move, Vincent's not gonna. I'm not gonna let him move all this by himself. This, because I do the packing. Like anytime we've ever moved, which has only been like twice or 3 times. I've moved like 3 or 4 times in like a month, it seemed like. But I always am the packer. Like I pack everything up, everything, every single piece of this place I would pack up, and then he would move it all by himself. So we're getting movers. Yeah, that's what we said. We're like, we're getting movers this time. I was like, yeah, I'll color coordinate the tape, and they'll know which room to take it into as soon as they get to a new place. I will have all that coordinated, but I'm not moving nothing. And neither is he. We're getting too old. Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, yes, Miss Bree. I love those. Yeah, Bree, those ones. My friend had one of those growing up, and I was so jealous of her because when I went to her house, like she could pull that out for me to sleep on. And then, when she came into my house, I had to sleep with her. I'm like, I had to sleep with her. But thank you guys all for being here tonight. I appreciate it. What's everyone doing on this Friday evening? Nothing special like me? Just hanging out? I'm not doing much of anything myself. I was going to see if there's anything going on. What's he talking about, people? Oh, gosh. I didn't even realize what today's date was. Happy birthday, Brian Koberger. I hope that Peru got to you today. I forgot it was his birthday. I hope Peru and you are spending it together. That's my happy birthday wish for him. That's about all I'm getting. But yeah, I wonder why are his people are not all live celebrating him. Our king. Yeah, I hope Peru gives him a nice little gift. No, that's what I meant by the happy birthday, though. I meant like Peru, like not like really happy birthday. I forgot about him. I hope he's watching this. Seizure, because that comment would get to him. I didn't. No, baby girl, I didn't. I haven't looked anything up on Idaho, and it's been a few days. It's been a few days. It's been, yeah. I wonder what I type in, if I type in Brian Kober, something about his birthday, probably. Well, I know that they're suing Brian Kober's his school, his ex school, which I would too. I would too. Now we all know people are not going to like that, but I would too. I'd sue his parents if I could. Oh, yes, that DoorDasher. I thought you meant DoorDasher for Idaho 4. I was like, no, I didn't. Yeah, she did open that door. Yeah. There's another story out too. That one kid that everyone hates. What's his name? Jack Doherty. I thought about doing one on him just because no one likes that kid either, and he got arrested. If I could spell his name right. I don't know how to spell it. Not the tennis or there was a hockey guy that pulled up, but his name's like something like that. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why she would do something like that. And then she's like, I'm the victim. I love that video. I mean, we need that as a sound clip. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to ask Sharma about that. Be like, what's up with these bunk beds on the cruise ships there, girlfriend? I would not be doing that. I would be afraid the boat would be a rocking and then I would roll over and fall out of the bunk. That's why I was like, they probably don't even have bunks because, I would think that I bet you they probably have a little roll bar right there, huh? So you don't roll out. No. See, they didn't have those on our bunk beds when we were kids. So I always forget they probably have those now. So, to help. In my Peru voice. I bet he's having a time. What is he, 31 now? Yeah. I hope that he didn't get his lunch today, like his extra, tofu. I hope that I just hope everything went wrong for him today. I hope everything goes wrong for him every day, but especially today, I hope it did, because it's your birthday. And I know people like you especially want to be celebrated on that day. And we're just not going to do that. Now, where's everybody on the YouTubes, that loves Brian Koberger so much? Where are they at? They need to be out here celebrating his day. I don't see anybody out here celebrating his day. Well, Brian, you're old news now. You're old news. Sucks to be you. I hope they give him a steak. Leave me too. It's funny. He would be like, I can't eat off those pans anymore. Wonder how that's going for him. Knowing that his food is cooked wherever it may be cooked. It may not even be clean. Yeah. Yeah, they're too busy sticking up for the DoorDash girl. They're working at Pay's commissary. Yeah. Oh, Tempest, it's a lot. It's a lot. If I did a stream, we should do a little experiment. And I'll tell you guys when we're going to do it. But we should do this. We should do one night, a Saturday night, like tomorrow, do an Idaho stream like we normally do or something, just like a regular factual kind of Idaho stream. And then Sunday night, even though it's not even a popular night, most popular night, I could come in and do like a thumbnail, like something like Brian Koberger's innocent and I know why, or something, and then see how many people show up for that. It's insanity how many people think he's innocent or just want to, I don't know, continue on with this, with the case because they think of it as like a way to get out of their own life for a minute, really. And they come to you a lot because we all come to YouTube to get away from whatever we got to deal with. right? We come to YouTube to be like, we want to sit here and watch something either funny or if people like drama or whatever, just to get away with, from whatever. That's why we come to YouTube. And that's why a lot of people watch TV, just to like chill out, relax, and hang out. And yeah, I don't know what I was getting to with that, but I was getting somewhere. Oh, a lot of the Brian Kobergers, they choose to still want to live in that, where we're like learning everything new about this case. I mean, people are going back to the beginning. Like they're going back to the beginning as in like they're going back and they're blaming the people that were blamed in the beginning of this case. And it's like, where have y'all been? Go to X. Don't go to X. Go to X. Go to X. Every time I'm on Twitter, I don't know where I don't know how they find me. It must be because I used to always be putting in Brian Koberger. But the people on there are unhinged. They are. They're like they're the most about Brian. It's just crazy. You got questions? I know I should invite people up and say, hey, people that think Brian's innocent, come up and talk to me for 10 minutes. Would love to know why. Would love to know. I think we'd be waiting for a while. Actually, one lady did come up, and I can't remember her name, but me and her, oh man, what was her name? I don't know, but we got into it. We were yelling back and forth. Oh, it was so funny. It was so funny. What was her name? Well, if you're out there still, come back. But thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I do appreciate it. I'll be back on tomorrow evening after I go to IKEA. Get me some chicken nuggets. But yeah, we have some questions. I actually asked another creator if she would be interested in and this would be a ton of work for us. So if we did do this, y'all have to come and watch it. But I thought it would be fun to get like a group or one other person together and go over the cases that we cover. And like after they're done, so like Brian, like Idaho 4, we're just seeing what documents, if there's anything else they're going to give us, right? It's pretty much done. Now we go back or actually we would keep track the whole time during the case, but we would go live and we are going to go and talk about everything that was misinformation, disinformation that was put out there, and the creators that was doing it pretty much basically, and who was following along with it basically. Nobody's off limits, but I thought it would be fun because we used to do like those like debunking stuff, like videos. I kind of miss those. Oh, maybe. I think Peru could fill the void. Oh, thanks, Ladybug, for asking. My appointment went really well, actually. I did a CAT scan. I thought it was just going to be like a facial, like, like the box thing, the x-ray. And they're like, no, you're getting a CAT scan. And I had like all this jewelry on. I had 2 necklaces, earrings and stuff. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, do you want me to take off all my rings and stuff? Because I can do that. Like we're walking down the hallway. I'm like, because I didn't want to waste her time when we got in there. She's like, just your earrings. Oh, thank you, Deborah, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. And so I took out my earrings and stuff. But no, they said they didn't tell me what was on it because they can't. And I told her that. So I'm laying on there and I'm like, I know you can't tell me like like, you know what I mean? You're not a doctor. Like, I know you're not supposed to really tell me what's going on. I was like, but can you give me a picture of it or just like something like that, And she printed them off, but she put them on a CD-ROM. I don't own a computer that you could put a CD-ROM in. So I went to the library and they don't allow you, I think, to view like images or something because it wasn't coming up. Oh, there it is, Princess Elsa. Yeah, maybe it should go back to the way it was before. Let's look that up really quick. Why is YouTube using hashtags? Or well, that's not a hashtag, that's a ad. Okay, it's not telling me. Change mine. Okay. Nobody answered it. Oh yeah. It says Oh, okay, this is from 2 years ago, so I don't know. Okay, yeah, right here. The people are writing about it. I just don't. Maybe they'll stop doing it after a couple of days. Yeah, I've seen it in a lot of chats. I just never saw it in mine. Well, we saw it in here once. We had it in here one night, maybe 1 or 2 nights, and then it was back to the way it was. And I was like, oh, cool. Because some of you guys like are in here every night, but your user handle is different than your username or something. And so I'll be like, oh, welcome in. And you're like, I've been here for 2 years, Tanya. I'm like, oh crap. So I did notice that a lot of chats were doing that. I wonder, like, yeah, that's so weird. I'm gonna go into Smileys too. Yeah, it is in that chat too. Wonder if it's in like, is it in every single chat? Probably. You're probably right, baby girl. Yep, it's in that one too. Well, they finally got us. Let me go to one more. Oh, they got us. Well, shoot. Well, shoot. Well, make sure you guys get your handle. So if you have your name and you want your name as your handle, go, as soon as you leave this, go to your YouTube and change it. Steven says at Nightbot. Now, not even just Nightbot. He's just not even Nightbot. He's at Nightbot. At Nightbot, you're getting on my nerves. Oh, I think I emailed you, I thought. But if I didn't, no, thank you so much. I did see it, but I thought I could have sworn I emailed you right after the live. Maybe it didn't send. Or maybe you didn't see it. Or maybe it was the other day. But thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, Ladybug. Love you too. Thank you for sending that. Yeah, I think I sent you an email. Maybe it was an email. So I remember like something happened. I saw something like that. And my brain's like, after a certain time of night, around 9:55, I guess it is, because that's the time it starts to go sleep on me. So, well, the only thing good about this is a good thing, okay? Because for creators, it's good, right? Or for subscribers, it's good because nobody can copy your handle. They can copy your username. Like that could be copied, but your handle cannot be copied. Like, so I got mine at Titanium Built because I got it like right when they first rolled out the handles. So I got my name, which I was lucky to get. And I got Unfiltered with Tanya too. I was actually lucky to get that. Okay. Well, I hope you guys all have a great night. Thank you guys all for being here. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do an afternoon live, but I might on my second channel. If I don't, I'll see you guys all back here tomorrow night. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.
Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Be faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got 1 too